I go all around the country, and they're saying, well, we don't want any more of those charters in our community. Well, who's saying that? It's not parents. It's not parents with children who are on a waiting list. It's not parents who are sending their children into a classroom where the teacher is not prepared, where they don't control the classroom, don't know classroom management. When I went to New Orleans, I have two young daughters. They're not so young, 17 and 19 now. This was, my 19-year-old has Down syndrome. My 17-year-old is quote-unquote normal child. So we decided to put them in the public schools. The public school for my Down syndrome child was a room with a video. And they just showed them movies all day long. And the room with my other student, my other daughter, they were doing things, but they were watching too many movies in there too. And when I'd get notes from the teacher, they were grammatically incorrect. I snatched them out. But you know what? I was a college president. I earned a good living. I could snatch my children out and put them in a private school. But there were a whole bunch of parents in there who couldn't snatch their children out. It took Katrina to destroy that school. And now I go to New Orleans, and there are KIPP academies. Why do I support KIPP academies? Why? Because they're doing what needs to happen in every school in America. They're, first of all, setting a very high academic standard for our children. They're not dumbing it down. Number two, they've got teachers who know what they're teaching and are going to work very hard to communicate that to your child. They've got school leaders who know how to manage a school. And they teach our children the two most important lessons that they can learn. That nothing comes easy. You've got to work hard. And while you're at it, be nice. I missed one of the parts of our tour, and I'm about through and going to the question and answer. I know we've got some other folks who you're going to ask questions. I missed one part of the tour, and Mrs. Fisher, who is just a wonderful lady. I hope the Fishers will come back, and I hope you all will have an occasion to meet Doris Fisher. And she lost her husband last year. It's very hard on her. They've been married, I think, a very long time. She's a sweet lady. But they believe so deeply in KIPP. I mean, they put about $65 million of their own money. So shop at Gap. Into KIPP academies. But Mrs. Fisher, she I know why they were such good business people, because they treat the KIPP academies. She knows every detail, and she's got all these letters that the kids write her, and she's reading them to you and telling you what they said and this. But so she's telling me about. She said, "Oh, you missed the lunch in Helena," and the student who was standing up there because it was a middle school and he was about to graduate, and while he was giving his speech, the school leader walked up to him and told him that he had just been admitted into St. Paul's, a private school, and he kind of had to stop and take a gasp, and then he got admitted into Exeter, another one. Helena, Arkansas. But that was nice. But then she told me that they went into an advanced placement calculus class in the upper school. And there were 9 students in there. 3 of them white and 6 of them African American.
All right.
And they said that this was the first time there had been African Americans in an advanced placement calculus class in Arkansas since 1997. Now, it's not because there weren't kids in Arkansas who were capable, but they didn't get the opportunity. They didn't get the opportunity. But when you give them the opportunity, the world opens up. We learn that at UNCF all the time. The young people that we give scholarship support to, most of them come from communities just like this. They come from families that are struggling and working hard and making sacrifices to ensure that their children have a better chance than they had. And they're the lucky ones because their hard work has paid off. And all they need is somebody else to give them a little push to make it happen. But I look at some of these young people who get a UNCF scholarship. We had our big dinner. We have a big dinner in New York every March. 1,600 people at the Sheraton, New York. It's a big, big dinner. And this year we gave an award to a graduate at Talladega College in Talladega, Alabama. And that's a little historically black college. Not one that everybody knows about. But this gentleman who got the award is working right here in New Jersey at the Merck Laboratories. Because over the last 10 years, he not only got his degree from Talladega, but then he went on to get his master's and now his PhD in research science. And he's doctor. And he's doing science. He's going to get come up with one of those healthcare solutions.